Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. It is Lori Staley, Addicted Stamper, and it is Sunday night, a little bit after 8. Sorry. Um, so it's time for simple stamping. If you are on, give me a shout out, a like, or a love. I've totally misplaced my coffee. I know it's 8 o'clock at night, but I still drink coffee. Hi, Thelma. Hey, Valerie. Oh, thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. There it is. Yes, nothing keeps me awake. I wish I could find a drink that I could drink and it would make me stay awake at night, but I haven't found that yet. Hey, Lisa. Hi, Sharon. Hey, Jerry. Good to see everybody. This cold winter night, right? My goodness, it's crazy. Hey, Carol Deegan. Thank you for sharing, guys. And I'm still sporting the Christmas cup, but you know, they're gnomes, so I can't let the gnomies go. I can't let the gnomies go. All right. Now, we're going to try this. Hopefully my voice will not give out. My darling, sweet husband loves to share everything with me. He got COVID the beginning of the week, and he gave it to me. And I'm hoping I don't do much of that. So, yeah, so my voice is very husky and rough. Hey, Linda. Hey, Sheila. But we're going to give this a whirl. So we'll see. This is the first. We were out of the house today. We were down working today, and it's the first we've been out of the house in a week. Hey, Debbie. So you know, thank you, Sheila. He's a sharer, that hubby of mine. Oh my goodness! I said the last time we got, again, he brings it home from school. The last time we got it, it was the school year was opening, and it was of course during the pandemic, and it was at the end of that when they were going back into school. And we just gotten brand new furniture for our deck, and we just laid out in the sun and baked it out of us, and we didn't even really, didn't bother us too much. This time it kind of kicked our butts. Of course, we're a few years older too, so who knows. But anyway, we are here. We are going to have some good times playing with some things tonight. We're going to do the just cards. Just a couple quick reminders, of course. Hello, these beautiful new catalogs are in play. Yeah, well, the cough is the thing, and I'm hoping that I didn't do too bad today. So, and I was busting butt today. So hopefully I'm not going to start coughing and hacking on you guys, because then I might have to say, we'll have to finish this some other time. Anyway, the new catalogs are in play. Obviously, they launched on January 4th. Some of you have already put your orders in. Some of you have already ordered the kits I'm going to do, the projects I'm going to do for you tonight. Thank you so much for that. Celebration is in full swing. Some great stuff in here. A lot of stuff that coordinates with product in the mini catalog, such as the trusty toolbox paper. Beautiful designer series papers in here. This one is the most popular, Flight and Airy. If you are in love with that, I would recommend getting it sooner rather than later. Hey, Janine. Oh, thank you, Sharon. So yeah, there's a lot of crud going around right now, but we're coming out of it. We're going to test tonight before we go to bed. We should be clear. We've been in quarantine for 5 days, so we should be clear. Fortunately, school's closed tomorrow, so he won't have to go back until Tuesday, and we're supposed to get a snowstorm, so maybe not even. Hey, Corinne. And then the new kits that launched as well. One is Rock Legend, which coordinates with the Rockstar bundle. And the other one is the cute little Panda Friends kit. These are both non-stamping kits. And that makes them $14 each, but you are getting 8 cards, 4 of 2 different designs in each kit. And that makes them perfect for your kiddos, your grandkids, your nieces, your nephews, who want to get in there and create with you, but maybe aren't quite ready to handle the ink pads and the stamps, right? So keep those in mind. They are in the online store. The Bird DSP is your most favorite ever. Wow, that's saying something, because we've had a lot of good paper over the years, huh? It is very pretty. I will be doing a class on that very, very soon. And then speaking of classes that we've done, these were the projects, and I said the winner would get to pick. This is the one I had designed pre-class. This is the one we did together online. But these are the cute little cards that we did on last Sunday, right? And the winner of these is Roxanne Sir. So Roxanne, I don't know if I've ever sent you anything, although your name sounds very familiar. But just in case, please private message me your address so that I can pop these in the mail to you. And let me know if you want the red or the non-red. You're going to get the other three, but you want the red or the non-red for the other one. And then I will make sure that these get out to you in time for, yeah, what's this holiday? Valentine's Day. Maybe I have a little bit of COVID brain. I'm not sure. Oh, you have pink eye. Oh, that sucks too, Jerry. I'm so sorry. That is not fun either. So yeah. So I hope that heals for you very quickly. And then let's talk about Creativity Delivered, because I am loving this class, guys. It was announced in my newsletter on Friday. If you are not a newsletter subscriber, please reach out to me and let me know so I can get you added to my list. But look how cute these projects are. And if you have an ice cream lover or younger kiddos, or like my husband's an ice cream lover, I could give him any one of these cards. He'd love it. These are perfect, cute little cards. So you have an easel card there. You have a bookbinding fold, which you know is one of my favorite easy, fun fold cards to make. Okay. You have a slimline card. We haven't done any slimline cards in a while. And you will receive envelopes. So you're going to get enough supplies to do 2 of each design with envelopes, including slimline. Okay, slimline envelope. Love this one. Okay, that would be something I would eat. I like chocolate and cherry together. And then I couldn't resist. And I thought I was so clever. And then I looked, I don't know if it's in the catalog or where I saw it. And I'm like, oh, for heaven's sakes, they already did this. But it's a little tag. It's a little gift tag with the ice cream cone die. Isn't that cute? So you're going to get, as I said, you're going to get enough supplies to make 2 of every project with coordinating envelopes. You are going to get a brand new Wink of Stella, which is not available right now, guys. So, hey, good time to grab that, huh? You're going to get a beautiful pack of the rainbow dots. These are brand new in the mini catalog. And you're going to get a half a pack of this pretty paper, whose name just went right out of my head. Is it? It's not Light Mary. What is it? Who knows? Who knows what this paper is called? It is called Lighter Than Air. I was close. Hey, Marlene, good to see you. So yeah, so this is what you're going to get in the kit. Plus, you're going to get a sheet of dimensionals, which isn't here. Of course, the PDF. You will, if you want to do the projects like I did them, then you're absolutely going to need the ice cream swirl bundle, right? Can't really do it without it. You can add that onto your registration. There's an option to add that onto the registration. I also shared with you the colors that I use. So if you wouldn't happen to have early espresso, right? Or the blends that I used, which were light sweet sorbet and dark real red, you can add those on as well. Registration is going to close on the 22nd. So that is less than 10 days from now. So don't delay in getting registered. This is a fun class. It's an easy class. It's not going to drive you crazy. All the papers will be scored and cut for you. So make sure you're signing up for that. I'm sorry, did I say the price? $35 for all of this. Your supplies to make 2 of each with envelopes and your PDF. And then if you happen to come around and see me on Tuesday over on YouTube, I'm actually going to demonstrate the projects for you. So you'll even have a video tutorial to go back and help you as you're putting the projects together. Okay. So again, registration ends on the 22nd. Creativity Delivered for January is the ice cream swirl bundle. All right. And then these are the projects we're making tonight. These are this month's just cards. This is not a Valentine's card. It's a thank you card, just in case you were worried, right? Might be a little late, I know. And then we've got a masculine and a feminine happy birthday. My voice is getting worse. Hey, Cheryl, thank you. Thinking of you. And then there's our pretty bird paper, a sympathy card with that. So these are the projects with a minimum $35 product order on my website using this host code. And guys, this is really important. If you don't use the host code, I may or may not be able to add it for you. It depends on what else has happened this month and how tough Stampin' Up! Is being. I already have one customer who did not apply the host code to her order. If I don't have a host code, I don't necessarily catch it, and therefore you will not get the class. So you have to add that host code to your order, put it in the box, hit the apply button. When your order hits $50 in product or more, you're also going to get the beautiful 23, 25 in color dots. I love these dots. And so you will use them on your projects and have lots left over for your own creations, right? And of course, you can always buy the class outright for $15 plus postage. There is a $4 postage charge that we request to help mail these to you. And you're going to want to get these because these are cool cards, and I'm going to show them to you right now. So we are going to start with the cute little thank you card. It looks like this. We'll just do a little setup here. I'm going to try to clean as I go. I'll tell you, I still need that sous chef at the end, right, to come clean for me. Because, I mean, I got stamps spread from one end of this 6-foot table to the other end, and I actually probably have 9 feet of table space, maybe just 6 to my right, 2 to my left, so 7 to my right, and it's usually covered when we're done. I should take a picture sometime and put it up. All right, so we have thick basic white. I always use thick basic white when I'm using it for a card base, simply because it stands up much nicer than the regular basic white. It is a heavier weight, so oops, that's not going to work. So it gives you a little bit more body to stand up. And then we have real red and basic black, which we can go ahead and layer together. Yeah, I'm hoping my voice holds out for us. So did you or did you not have snow where you are today? We're driving down home to Gettysburg, and it is snowing like crazy. And if you know me, you know I was not happy. But fortunately, it did not stick. It didn't snow for long. And what did snow, even though it was laying on the ground and the plows were out, and blah 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 blah. Thank goodness it did not stick around, because I don't like it. Then we've got the little bee paper, and we're going to use some of the little red and white hearts to offset that. So I'm going to do my sides first, and then that lets me center my larger piece. Okay. No snow for Sharon. A winter mix in Texas. Wow. You were happy. I knew you'd be happy, Cheryl. So, I know. I was watching the Kansas City game, whenever that was. I don't even know what day it is. Like, literally, we're driving home tonight, and I went, oh my God, I have a live tonight. I think it's Sunday. So I guess Kansas City was on last night. That was crazy. -4 degrees in Kansas City to play that game. I don't know how those guys did it. And you have subzero temperatures now with 4 inches on the ground. Hey, Deborah, good to see you. Oh, thanks, Marlene. So yeah, well, I was, like I said, I was glad it didn't stick around. Although we were thinking maybe we'd get to try out our new snowblower down at the house, but didn't need it, thank goodness. I kept him plenty busy without having to blow snow. Debbie, you only had 1 inch? I saw that on Facebook. I saw your squall, but holy crap, that was only 1 inch that you got from that. I guess that's not too bad. Now, do you already have snow on the ground up there, Debbie? How cute are these little bees? I just love them. Like I said, they always put a smile on my face. All right, so we have that. And I'm looking for my dies. So these are the nested label dies that we're going to die cut our focal images out of. Sorry, guys, I'm going to keep clearing my throat. I apologize. Okay, so we're going to cut both of those. They're skinny enough that I can put them right on the die cutting machine at the same time. Yeah, it's bad. Loves that paper. Awesome. I love that paper too. I don't know. There's really not a paper, and I say this a lot, I know, but that bonnet Stampin' Up's good with the paper, don't you think? I mean, come on, you gotta agree with that one, right? I don't think there's a paper in this mini or in the celebration book that I don't really like. I love them all. How about you guys? All right, so I am just die cutting these pieces off the main table so that I don't put you on a roller coaster ride or shake you to nauseum, right? Yes, they can. The wings and the antenna on the punch. Yep, the antennas and the wings can be hearts. How cool is that? Hey, Jan, you remembered to turn me on. Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm a little rough tonight, but I'm here. And thank you for dropping off and picking up. I appreciated that. Oh, now I'm throwing things. There we go. All right. So we are going to stamp You're as Sweet as Honey in Memento. And it comes from, of course, the Be My Valentine bundle with the bee punch that we were just talking about. I'm always amazed when I sit down to stamp and something that is permanently located here isn't here. Like, where did it go? And who's been stamping in my absence? Okay, so we are going to stamp this on here. Right after Lori lays her thumb in the ink. Such a cute greeting. I think it's cool too, absolutely. I know, I love them all. I know. It is, I mean, Stampin' Up does a whole lot of things right. Don't get me wrong, they really do. But their papers, I'm sorry, they are some of the best on the market as far as I'm concerned, if not the best. And I love that they're double-sided. I mean, I remember the days where we didn't have double-sided designer paper. It was all single-sided. But now, unless it's a specialty paper, we still have some specialty papers that come out single-sided, right? But otherwise, it is all double-sided, and I love that. Absolutely love that. So we are going to pop this little greeting up here. And remember, when you get the Just Cards class, whether you earn it with your order or you buy it outright, the die cutting is going to be done for you if we're mailing it. If you're coming to the in-person class, which, and I've always said always, and today I'm going to say usually, because I am going to have to move it in March. It's the second Wednesday of the month at 3 p.m. here at my house in Dillsburg. Then sometimes we let you do some die cutting so you get the experience, right? So I'm using the adhesive back sparkle gems. I feel like I just found these and now I can't stop playing with them. I don't know. They've been in the main boo, let's try that again. They've been in the annual catalog all along, but they're so pretty. So we've got silver, black. You can tell what my favorite was, gold. It's almost all gone. Silver, black, and gold. And they really are very sparkly. I love them. Love them. And then on the inside, we're going to put thank you. And Lori did all that, and now she's going to try to stamp thank you in there without messing it up. What do you think? And the paper shares, guys, will go out Tuesday if you weren't local and didn't already pick them up. We just didn't pass a post office going to and from Gettysburg today. And I don't think the mail's going tomorrow, right? Because it's Martin Luther King Day, Martin Luther King Jr. So there we go. There is the first one. Remember, these are simple, quick, easy cards for you, not to get stressed out over. But I think anybody would love to receive that cute little thank you card. What do you think? All right. So look at them all real close tonight. And then at the end, I want you to tell me which one's your favorite. Okay. All right, moving on. Which one are we doing next? We are going to do the masculine birthday card next. Gray granite is our card base. This one's going to open up like this. Well, I had a bone folder when we started. Oh, there it is. And we're going to do some real red on top. And we're going to do the basics 3D crosshatch pattern. If Lori can open it. I said real red, and I'm pretty sure this is Poppy Parade, now that I'm looking at it. And remember, when you're doing your 3D folders, right? It's the platform. It's the folder with cardstock inside, fold at the top or over here on one of the two sides, but never in the back. Never, never, never. And your specialty plate on top. That is your 3D sandwich for any 3D embossing folder. Even if it's a 3D hybrid embossing folder. I'm questioning myself as I say that. I think that's right. But definitely regular 3D folders. Okay. So there is our layer that's going to go right on the front. Then we have another layer of the basic gray. And we have 3 pieces of that Trusty Tools, I think it's called. Designer paper, pegboard, screws, and I think they're crossed hammers with nails. Hey, Lori. Hey, Lori. Jeez. Okay, I definitely have COVID brain. Hello, Connie. How are you this evening? Oh, okay, now my husband's laughing at me. He's sitting in the studio tonight. He's watching the game. He's got it muted. When I met this man, so here's a funny story. So Rick and I met at church, and I had gone through a divorce and had started attending a church that my mom was the office manager for. And I had a girlfriend that was going there, similar situation, gone through a divorce. And so I started going and got involved with the young adults group. And this guy would show up after the service was over because we always went out to brunch together. Well, then he started showing up for the service, and everybody's like, ooh, Rick likes Lori. And here we are. I'm not going to tell you how many years later, but it's a lot. It's a lot. But when we started dating, we would all end up back at Rick's apartment after brunch, after church. And all the girls would be sitting in the living room watching the football game. And all the guys were standing in his kitchen after they had walked through the jungle of plants that my husband had, right? I mean, literally, you walked through these plants that were taller than I am. And they're all standing out in the kitchen, talking, cooking, and playing. And we're all in the living room watching the TV going, kill him, kill him. Don't tell me opposites don't attract. And apparently it works because, you know, it's 30 plus years. So there you go. All right, so there's how quick and easy it is to layer that project together. We are going to use some dies here. Debbie's heard that story. These are the Something Fancy dies. I love these dies. I love that you've got tags and you've got labels and you've got layering options and little accents to put into the top of your tags and even just a little greeting tag, right? Love, love, love these. There you go. I know it is pretty funny, but he does watch football now. He didn't have a lot of choice. He married into a family that watched football. My dad was a huge, more college as he got older, not so much the NFL, the Pro Bowl or the pro players. But when I was a kid growing up, he watched the pros. So that's how I got hooked on it. And it's funny because I don't really like college, so I don't watch college. And isn't it crazy? So Connie, you're up there, and I don't know if Pat's on. I know Vern's watching via Zoom. Like, what's the weather up there? Because I know you're not necessarily next door to Buffalo, but holy crap, they actually postponed the game till tomorrow afternoon. It was supposed to be played there with the Steelers. So there is our hexagon. Like, is it crazy up in New York right now? Another reason why I don't live up there. Actually, I was very lucky. That was never even a radar on the radar question when Rick and I met. He was not looking to go back. Okay, so we don't have a layering die for this one, so we're going to create our own. And I'm just going to mount that onto this layer, and I'm going to trim it out. I do think that Rick's cousin and aunt, and maybe his uncle at one time, are Bills fans. Cold and windy right now. We only had some flurries earlier. Okay. She was snowed out of her house. Her front door was drifted shut when she got home from work the other day. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. See, I will never. Never, ever. So we're going to pop this guy up. And put this little guy right here in the center. And then we're going to bring in, and I know I brought him in one of these kits. Well, we might just open that pack I showed you because I have more. We're going to bring in the dots on this one. And we have Moody Mauve. We have all 5 colors. We have Pebble Path, Wild Wheat, Moody Mauve, Copper Clay, and Boho Blue. So we're going to add some of these. One of each size to be exact. You've got small, medium, and large. These are the Copper Clay because that's our color right there. I'm just going to leave those out because I know we're going to use them on future projects. And then I have this cute little greeting from Timeless Arrangements, which is perfect for birthday cards. That says, hope your day is filled with everything good. Well, trust me, I will be heavily invested in that game tomorrow afternoon. Because it's going to decide who plays the Ravens next week. And what color is the Ravens uniform? Could I root for any other team? Maybe the Vikings. All right, so there is our second one. Cute masculine birthday card. I like that sentiment too. That timeless arrangements has a lot of great greetings in it. You make me smile. You're so kind. I really appreciate you. Some nice thank you, thanks. A very big thanks. From the bottom of my heart for always believing in me. Just a really nice sentiment grouping that you can mix and match with. And then some cute little images at the bottom. Great background image right there. Okay. Number 3 coming up. Number 3 is our sympathy card. Don't forget, watch close so you can tell me which is your favorite at the end. Misty Moonlight. And then that pretty bird paper. It's almost a sin to cover that pretty pattern up, but look at that pretty watercolor wash pattern on the back. This is a really simple one. Cards don't have to be intricate to be beautiful, right? I don't know the exact date. It's usually the first weekend in February, first or second weekend in February, depending upon how the dates fall. I think Houston's still in the hunt. And there is another side of the birds. No dimensionals on this card, just a nice, pretty, soft, comforting sympathy card. We're going to go ahead and stamp our inside greeting. The inside greeting comes from Seasonal Branches. I use this greeting quite a lot. February 11th, there we go. I do too. I love this paper. For sympathy, it says, may you feel sheltered in the love that surrounds you. And I always thought that was nice. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to stamp that in Misty Moonlight. I'll go ahead and mount that. Okay. Apparently, I felt I needed a really big piece of white to do my greeting in. Crazy. So back to the Misty Moonlight. Oops. And then we have, and this stamp that I just used and the greeting that's going to go inside of it are part of an online exclusive bundle. This is Heartfelt Hexagon and the Coordinating Punch. So you'll find this in my online store under the online exclusives. Has 2 outlines for the punch and then all kinds of greetings that will fit nicely inside of this opening. Even one that you would turn it this way to put your, I hope your day is filled with joy greeting. That's the only time you watch football? I can remember when I was sick for the Super Bowl and I took some cold medicine, right? Late in the afternoon. And did I not sit down and fall asleep and miss the entire Super Bowl? I woke up just as it was ending. I was so upset. I was just a kid and my dad was watching it. And I'm like, you didn't wake me up. I'm sure he thought I needed the sleep. My dad was always telling me to slow down, take it easy. Never took. It never took. And then this just lines up perfectly right in your punch. Put that in my drawer for later. I've got lots of extra scrap there I can use now. It doesn't get much more simple than this particular project. I don't think of punch it. Uh-oh, I'm out in both. Hold, please. I don't think of punches as complicated. Might just be me, I don't know. Remember to give me some love, some likes, some loves, say hello, get entered into the drawing that way. Because while I'm not going to give these projects away that I'm making, since this is a class that you purchase or earn, I do have some cute basic white cardstock. Stampin' Up! Included some of these cute little 5x7 packs as a thank you in my kit, my orders recently. And I thought, well, I want to thank one of you. I want to thank all of you, but one of you is going to win this particular thank you. So be sure to do all those things I just said. Love, share, comment, all those good things. So we're going to add some boho blue, because boho blue goes beautifully with Misty Moonlight, I think. And I'm using the smaller ones here. Why I'm trying to do it with my scissors when my take your pick tool is right beside me, I have no idea. There we go. That is as easy as that particular card is. What do you think? I don't know. This one might be my favorite. I don't want to influence you. Sharon. There you go. Oh, there I got some hearts. You like that one too. All right. Very good, very good. Just like I said, I'm trying to clean as I go so that I'm not like here 3 hours later. See if I can reach the other two kits. Okay. Oh, we're going to play with a new celebration set for this one. This one's called Softly Sophisticated. And I love that DSP too. That was your favorite. Oh, hey, Christy. Hey, Jen. So this is the Softly Sophisticated bundle. You get the stamp set and the embossing folder. This embossing folder is really cool. I'm not using it tonight, but I have been using it on some projects. I really like it. And we're also using another online exclusive, translucent florals. Now we've done some work with translucent florals in the past I'm creating. But this is a really great set as well. And again, all of that's going to be in my online exclusive area of my store. So let me remind you of what this looks like. Okay, this is just a cute little happy birthday. By the way, I mentioned the paper share earlier. I do have a couple shares left. So if you missed registering for it and you are interested and would like to be able to get it, reach out to me and we'll see what we can make happen for you. We are going to grab a silicone pad because brand new background, don't want to get adhesive all over it, right? Oh, you used it today? Awesome. Thank you, Deborah. I appreciate that so much. That really does help, guys, when you share the videos. All right, so we are going to, darn fingers don't want to work, add some adhesive right to the back edge and then pop this on here. Now, after I designed this and sat down to do the PDF, I realized, I probably didn't need to put that strip on there. I could have just cut the papers short so that the gap showed, but I did the strip. Hey, Lisa, thank you. You did, Connie. Hopefully it goes out Tuesday. And thank you. Thank you, thank you. So we're going to put that down here towards the bottom. And then we're going to put this piece right up here. Sure we are. I'm going to drop that just a little bit lower. We can move that out of the way now. Somebody's yawning across the room from me. Am I boring you? Am I boring you? Guys, am I boring you? Okay, I'm fighting with this paper now, aren't I? There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and cover up that wild wheat in the background. I have to tell you, wild wheat was not my favorite when the new in colors came out, right? But it has grown on me. It has definitely grown on me. And there are some places that I've used it that I can't imagine what other color I would have used. Debbie says never. Well, hubby's yawning, so I must be boring him. Oh, shoot. He's warm after being cold. We were cold. We were cold because I don't have a lot of heat on down home. So when we get there, whew, it's a little nippy. All right, there is our card front. And then I just have a circle. And we're going to use the modern oval punch. This was part of Modern Garden, I think was the collection. And we're using Lost Lagoon with that wild wheat. I think that's a nice compliment. I'm going to bring in some scrap paper here on my foam pad to do my stamping since I'm going to go off. Oh, thank you. I got a whole bunch of nevers over here. Nevers and no's. So I'm doing the whole thing. I'm being very monochromatic and keeping everything in the Lost Lagoon colors. Okay. And then we're going to do our florals. If I can get it in my hand right. I always do this. I always have such a time figuring this out. I think I have it upside down. Do I have it upside down? Nope. I got to figure out, oh, there we go. I got to figure out a way to mark this so I don't do this every time. Here we go. We got it now. I think, yes. We're going for it. There we go. We got it. We got it. And then we're going to do the happy birthday in that same ink. Okay. So very monochromatic for the card front. But I didn't want to put white on white, kind of lose it. So simply by layering that on a circle of that Lost Lagoon, look how that pops. Never forget the power of layering, right? There are beautiful cards that are made out there that are just one layer. I am not that girl. I will always layer. I cannot help myself. I mean, even this was tough with just the card base and then basically adding the designer paper, other than that little strip there in the center, right? Okay, so we're going to put that just like that. Pop that up. Well, I'm going to go crazy here and put 4 pieces. Because why not, right? We're using up the bones. Let's spin that around. Put that on our card front. We have a layer for the inside. I'm gonna do a little cleanup here while I take a second. Just because it's starting to invade my space, my Stampin' space. This comes from, so the happy birthday and this wishing you all the happiness in the world. Both of those greetings come from the translucent florals. You could even put those little flowers down in the corner again, but I don't think you want to watch me struggle to line it up. It's really not that hard. I just make it hard. I make it look hard so you're impressed. It's not really. Not really. Okay, let's add some wild wheat. Let's go wild. And we did go wild on this one, right? Because we're going to grab 5 of these babies, maybe, if it wants to play with us. Put that one there. I'm going to grab a medium-sized one. There are some sheets that I think are slipperier, there's a word for you, slipperier than others. And this is one of them. And I find that the putty end of the take your pick tool works much better to pick up your gems when you have something that's real slippery like that. Not too funny. There we go. Okay. Probably, I'm guessing this is one that you're like, oh, I would never have looked at that paper, but maybe now you think it's kind of cool. What do you say? What do you think? All right. Quick. Anybody got big plans this week? While I try to clean some of these up. Oh my goodness, we're down to our last one. Why does the time we spend together go so fast? Hey, speaking of spending time together, back in the day, that horrible day when we were all shut down and we couldn't leave our houses, and you remember that time, right? I used to do Zooms, creative Zooms, where there was no demoing, there was nothing, I wasn't teaching anything. We were just hanging out on Zoom together, crafting, reading, knitting, whatever you wanted to do, and chatting. And it's wintertime, and we're all in our houses. So is there any interest in doing, maybe it's once a month, maybe it's twice a month, a Zoom night where we just hang out and chat and craft? Let me know in the comments if you're interested in that. Okay. I love this one too. Of course, I love bubble bath. I take them all the time. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I do not take them all the time. As a matter of fact, we put a whirlpool tub in our house when we built it. My husband used it once when he threw his back out. And my nephew, when he was little, used to come and swim in. Literally. Filled it with bubbles and would do backflips in the water. And I mean, talk about a mess in my bathroom. But yeah, but I do love the bubble bath color is what I was trying to say. Oh, I see an absolutely. Okay, all right, sure. Hey, I'm seeing some yeses. Just a birthday dinner. That's right. Shoot. Please tell me I didn't miss it, Cheryl. I suck at birthdays. I told myself I was going to be better this year. Okay. So we have Moody Mauve and Bubble Bath, which I do think is a beautiful color combination, right? Moody Mauve is our card base. All right, I'll look at putting something like that together. And we'll see who wants to come hang out with us. There is our layer of Bubble Bath. But we are not going to mount that quite yet because we're going to die cut from the center of it. Because, why not? Nobody's ever going to know. Okay, good. Because they're not going to see it. And this way you save yourself some cardstock. And I'm all about saving cardstock because you never know when you're going to need that bigger piece. So let's die cut that right from the center. And this came out of Wonderful Thoughts. Kind of pop out, things are falling. Pop out those extra little pieces we don't need. So Wonderful Thoughts is one of the two, I think we have two stamp sets like this now, that hug your greeting. So kind of trim real close to the greeting itself and gives you that real cool text effect. But it also has this really pretty little flower die cut in it, which is perfect for just cards because it's just the little accent that you might need. All right, so now I can go ahead and mount because we got our greeting, we got our flower out of there. And then I have a layer of basic white. And we're actually going to use, so I am going to show you, if I can figure out what kit it was in and what I did with it. There it is. I am going to show you what this looks like on one of these basic white pieces. This is the Softly Sophisticated 3D embossing folder. When you're embossing, you want the raised image. Usually the side that has the logo on it is going to give you the raised image. So if I was doing designer paper, for instance, and I wanted one specific side to have the raised image, I'd want to make sure it was facing up towards the logo. Okay, does that make sense? Because otherwise I would have debossed my image on the side of VSP that I wanted to use. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Hopefully that shows up. I know it's white, so I don't know how well that's showing up on camera. Not great. Twisting it and turning it every direction to hope you can see it. There we go. I think that's a good. You can see it down at the bottom there. So I do like that pattern a lot. I can see that becoming a go-to folder. Again, that is a freebie with Celebration. It bundles with that Softly Sophisticated stamp set. I don't want to do that. So now we'll bring our silicone pad in to save us. We're going to go ahead and add our designer series paper at the bottom. Love this pattern too. And then I have this strip of petal, not petal pink, bubble bath. This ribbon is so pretty. It's got like a little silver edge and it's in Lemon Lolly Azure Afternoon, not the one we want. Lemon Lolly's coming next. Look, the one I want is the last one in the bag. The bubble bath with that silvery edge. So pretty. All three of them have the silver edge. All three of them like to come out and party with us and unroll. And the OCD or anal retentive, or whatever you want to call this, in me will not let me put that away without at least semi-rolling it back up. Not that it stayed by any stretch of the imagination. This Azure is really pretty too. I have to figure out a project to use that on because that is gorgeous. And with winter, you can even use that with the big snowflake. I think that background stamp's in the annual catalog, right? So the reason I'm doing this is this didn't have the same impact, and you could see the edge of the designer paper through the ribbon because it's sheer, right? Well, I didn't want that. So I'm going to lay the layer a bubble bath down, wrap my ribbon around that, and then I take care of that problem. So I'm just going to mount this. I'm keeping that silicone pad handy because, yep, I sure did put adhesive all over everything. My voice is slowly fading away, I think. And there would be another country heard from if you just heard my cat cry out. His father must be ignoring him. We're always going to run some adhesive over those tails just to make sure they stay in place. And there is our pretty ribbon. Now I can mount this to my card front. So I do try to make all the mistakes for you and especially demonstrate them to you. So when you make the cards, you don't make those mistakes. What do you think? How am I doing? All right, let me grab my liquid glue because we did not put adhesive sheet. I could have put it in the center. I could have cut a rectangle and just put a little bit in the center of that bubble bath background paper so that we could have had adhesive sheet on the die cut. That would have been a really good plan. I didn't. I did not. So liquid glue. A light hand with liquid glue, I find, is your friend. It doesn't take a lot to adhere things. And if you do it heavy, then, you know, there's my favorite technical term. It gushes everywhere, right? And we don't want that. Plus, it gets all over your fingers, and we don't want that either, do we, Janine? Are you still here with me, Janine? Janine has a love-hate relationship with Tombow liquid glue. Okay, then I just have two little squares here that we're going to use in the diamond orientation. And we are going to use the Thinking of You in Moody Mauve. And that cute little Thinking of You comes out of a very well overlooked stamp set called Botanical Layers. This is in the annual catalog. This is a great greenery set, but it also has some really nice words. You mean the world to me, thank you for everything, and Thinking of You, which is what we're using, in a very nice font, right? So I'm going to try, like the Dickens, to make that somewhat straight, as well as my stamp. Also trying not to get, oh, there we go. We'll take that. I know I'm really zoomed out tonight, and I tried to zoom in, and the camera adjusted itself, and for the life of me, I could not get it to go back. So I apologize for how far away I am. There we go. You know that tip? That little trick I just did there? If for some reason your adhesive decides it doesn't want to play with you anymore and you just can't get it to advance. Oh, sorry. Have your silicone pad handy, because all you have to do is pull it and it'll pull the adhesive right to the tip. It's a great tip if you're struggling with your seal. We're going to dimensionalize the greeting. I think it might be good. This is our last one. So I'm starting to off. Yep, my little blue thing to capture all of those backing is sitting right in front of me. Where am I throwing the backings? Over to my left. Yes. Who says you can teach an old dog new tricks? Not this one. All right, there is that. Now, I already did this, so I don't have it here to show you. This is the in color ribbon. Comes in the 5 in colors: Pebble Path, Wild Wheat, Boho Blue, Misty, or not Misty, Copper Clay and Moody Mauve, but it's a lot wider. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. And I didn't want it to be that wide, so I just cut it in half lengthwise, and then I tied my ribbon. So I'm going to grab a glue dot so I can mount that to the stem of my flower. And pop that right there. How cute is that? And if you get a, oh, thank you, dear. Rick just brought me some water. If you get a little bit of a fray, you can trim it off. It won't hurt it. We're going to go back and grab our in color dots again. This time we're going to use the Moody Mauve. And we are going to do a large, a small. I think that's a, nope, that's a medium. So one of each. Helps if you take the cap off your, I'm going to put that one right in the center of that flower. This one's going to go down here in the corner because it's the rule of threes, right? This one, I think left blank on the inside so that you have a place to write a nice message. Or if you have a stamp that you really like when you're sending out a thinking of your card, you can absolutely stamp it on the inside of your cards. And there we go. There is number 5. So these are the just cards for January. I can't believe it's January 2024. It's crazy. Okay, so that's 1, 2. Okay, now you can't say this one because a lot of you already said this is your favorite. Of the other 4, so now I'm really making it tough, huh? Of the other 4, which is your favorite? Can't say this one. Can't say the birds. Got to pick one of the other ones because, yes, we all love the birds, don't we? Jerry loves all of them. Well, good. The bee. Corinne likes the bee. Connie likes the last one. I'm thinking of you. Jerry likes the last one too. Awesome. The thinking of you. The wild wheat. All right. Wild wheat for the win there. Thinking of you. Nice. Bubble bath. Okay. All right. Very good. All right, guys. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out there. My apologies again about my voice. I know it's a little rough tonight. Hopefully Tuesday. By Tuesday, it'll be a little bit better. I have coughed very, very hard. Probably harder than I've ever coughed in my life. And I think maybe I've strained my throat or my vocal cords a little bit because of that. So I'm hoping that it recovers quickly because, you know, this is what I do. And it makes it tough. Those of you that responded and sent me well wishes and congratulations on the Cozy Craft Nest, thank you so much. I am so excited to be getting it ready to open up. And I hope that each and every one of you have an opportunity, whether you're far or near, sometime to come and hang out with me there. Not only do I do the retreats, but I'm also going to be allowing others to hold retreats there. And I'm doing crop days or open craft days, if you will, several times throughout the month. So make sure you're watching for that schedule. And if you're local or around and you want to come hang out with me for a day, that would be great. I would love to have you. Thank you guys for watching. Be safe. Remember, thumbs up, love, share the video. You'll be entered to win the basic white cardstock 5x7 pack next week. And hopefully I'll see you over on YouTube on Tuesday. Tuesday at 8. I'll be live at 8 Tuesday night. Get my voice as long as I can. Plus I have a SBDC meeting that morning. So, all right. Take care, guys. Be safe. And I don't know, go whoever, right? Whatever your team is. Thanks. Take care. Bye.